message does this send about the type of support President Trump has from all Americans from so many different backgrounds?
It says that he understands Americans. It says that he understands Cuban Americans and he understands Miamians in a way that is unique. I think, Miamians are so proud and they're so loyal to people who care about them, who listen to them, and who enact policies that benefit them. And the president has done that very thing. He's confronted dictators. He has spoken very openly about his disdain for socialism and created policies that are going to make America great. That is the entirety of his message, right? Is to bring America back to its prominence, the rejection of socialism, the embracing of American capitalism and American exceptionalism, right? That is what his presidency means for the country, for the world, and of course for Miami.
Yeah.
And so I think.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, sir.
No, I was going to say, I think for us, it's more than just recognizing him as an individual. It's recognizing his policies and what he's done to impact our community.
So many of the reasons why people voted for him, especially those in Florida. I want to move now to your governor, Ron DeSantis. The Wall Street Journal reporting yesterday that Trump is mulling over replacing Pete Hegseth with Ron DeSantis for defense secretary. Do you believe that Ron DeSantis would be doing a good job? Would he be a good pick for defense secretary? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think it's a little premature at this point. I mean, I think first, the president has been very, very loyal to his nominees, right? I think he, again, this is a demonstration of his character. He's someone who has stuck with every person he's nominated. And, he's sticking with Pete for Secretary of Defense. And he has not yet withdrawn from that contention. So I think that's what his focus has been. I think his focus will always be to get his number one picks through the Senate. And obviously, I'm not here to lecture senators, but, what we saw in November was a resounding victory for the president. And it's the American public's way of ratifying his judgment. And so I think there has to be a lot of deference paid to his judgment. And I think that's the first step that needs to happen. And if that does happen, if for some reason Pete drops out, then I think we could have the conversation of who's appropriate and whether the governor is one of those people.
Yeah, I can imagine he spent a lot of time with these picks, mulling them over, and there's a reason
Absolutely.
why he's gone with all of them. Many members of Trump's cabinet picks are already from the state of Florida. Pam Bondi, who was picked for Attorney General, Senator Marco Rubio, who was chosen as Secretary of State, and Congressman Michael Waltz, who was chosen as National Security Advisor, along with many Floridians. What does that tell you about the leadership we're seeing out of Florida?
You have Susie Wiles, also chief of staff, first woman chief of staff. I mean, there's so many people coming out of Florida. I think what it says is that we have created a model where we do three things and we do three things well. And I talk about this all the time. We keep our taxes low. We keep people safe. We just saw, unfortunately, what happened in New York City just yesterday. And we focus on American innovation and prosperity. We have the lowest unemployment in America in Miami. We have the highest wage growth in America in Miami. And we have a record low in homicides. In 1980, we had 220 murders in Miami. This year, with 25% more people, we have 25,
wow.
A 90% reduction. So we are creating a model here for how we should govern our country. And I think that is why the president, who has focused on picking people that are substantively right for the job, is choosing so many Floridians. And I think that's going to bode well for the country and for the world.
Yeah, if you think about all those reasons you stated are why many people moved during COVID. You saw an influx of people moving to your state during COVID and then after because of so many of those reasons. With all the cabinet picks means a lot of new job opportunities in your state. So there's 2 seats in Congress, a seat in the Senate. Do you have an eye on any of the positions open in Florida right now?
Well, first of all, thank you very much. It's humbling to even be suggested to have those positions where they're statewide positions, and they're extremely important positions for how we represent the state. Obviously, being a senator in a Senate where there's a very, very small majority Republicans is critical for the Republican Party to keep. That's going to be a governor appointment. So, it's up to him to decide. Certainly, if he decided to pick me, it would be a huge honor. And I would serve with distinction if that's what he wanted. And then, of course, if he gets chosen, as you just mentioned, in another position, the lieutenant governor does become the governor, and then we'll see what happens in 2026. It certainly makes it a very different potential race.
Information. truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.